Hey, what's up, guys? So welcome to my video, and this might seem like a puzzle collection sort of thing, but actually, it's going to be a 5x5 walkthrough solve video. For the past couple of videos, I've done a lot of 3x3 stuff, so for this video, I'm going to make it a little different. My favorite event actually is 5x5, it's not 3x3, surprisingly. So I'm going to be doing a walkthrough solve. And one thing to note is that I'm going to be going really slowly because in a lot of 5x3 walkthrough solves, I don't really understand exactly what's going on about 70% of the time, maybe a little less, give or take. But so I'm going to make sure you guys really know what I'm talking about. This is definitely an event that I excel in, and I really do like this event. So I'm going to really try my best to make this as clear and as effective as possible. Okay, so now for this scramble, I made sure that I scrambled right, just to make sure that this can be repeated. And so, one quick thing to note is that I am color neutral with centers, but I automatically see that I'm probably going to end up doing white because it's the easiest one. And so, yeah, I'm going to just get going. So the first thing I see here is I can make this middle bar with two moves. So 1 piece here, 2. And then I also saw this piece come up there. So I'm actually going to move this over. I also have this bar here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do an X, and then move it up. I'm going to do U2, bring this back down, and then I memorized that this piece was here. So I'm going to move that over and insert that bar so I have a complete white center. And one thing to note is that you should always know like 95% of what you're going to do during your first center. I'm not saying the first 2 centers, but the first center is very crucial. So I see this piece goes here, so easy. Now I see this piece here, and now I have this piece in the back. Pair that up. Now I have my first 2 centers. Now I see the first red bar here, and so I'm going to make the red. And so I see this here, so make the complete red center. Now I'm probably going to do green next, so that's that. Now I can make a block like that. So now I have the complete green side. And now this is kind of an awkward case, but for this I see exactly what I'm going to do. So I'm actually going to make a T. I do have a T, so like this. And I'm going to make it like that. And then I have a complete bar. And really easy like that. And the first thing I saw when I was making my edges is I saw this, so I'm going to bring it up. And I took a quick look on the top and I don't see anything there. And then the second edge I'm going to track is this piece, the blue-orange, because I know that that's complete and that's in the same sort of layer. And I don't see, and the white-orange piece is right here, so I'm going to move over. I'm going to do the edge flip, like that, make it like that. And now I still have the blue-orange, so I have that. And next pair I see is the red-yellow over here. So I have the red-yellow over here. So pair that up, make full edge. Now one quick thing to really note here is that I have not rotated the cube at all. So I have not had to do any flips, so I have wasted literally no time. But the problem is here I have to rotate because I don't have the last edge here. So I'm going to rotate, and I see it right here, so like that. And normally I would actually not do 4 edges because I like to solve all 8 edges at the same time, but because I already have 3 done on the top, I'm going to complete that to make it easier for myself. So now, next pair I see is here, the red, white. So look for the edge, it's over there. So I have it full. Next I would probably go for the red-green right here. So, like that. Probably go for the green-yellow now. And also tracking the blue-yellow. I'll do the edge flip. And now I have all my edges done. Or all my base edges done. So now I have last 4 edges. And this is a really crucial part, and you really should know exactly what you're doing for this sort of part. So the first thing I see is this, right here. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to move it to the back, I'm going to go over 2, and I'm going to do the edge flip. So I have that. Slice back. So now I only have 3 edges to deal with. And now, the first thing I see here is that if I do this in such a way, I'm probably going to end up having parity. It's just a sort of a good way to look at it, but yeah, there's really no good way to do this. So I'm going to slice over to pair these up. So now I have basically 3 complete edges. So now, it's kind of a tough case. I'm probably going to get parity. Actually, no, I won't. Never mind. So I'm going to slice over. I'm going to create a base edge like that. And so now I have this complete edge, and now I just have one more parity, or one more edge flip. And the reason I did it like that was so I don't have parity. The problem with parity is that it gets about 3 seconds of your time, and 3 or 4 seconds. So it is a lot of time, and if you can actually see what your last 4 edges are going to be, then you can avoid parity and save yourself time. So 3x3 F-perm. And so the last scramble, and I see yellow is decent. And the thing I see about yellow is that I can see every single piece in the yellow center in one 3-layer sort of thing. So 1, 2, 3, and I have a bar here. So how I want to make my center, how I want to make the center is like this. I'm going to move this bar over to make the piece here. It's not really nice, but I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. Okay. So, and then I'll move that over. And actually what I'm going to do here is I'm going to make this bar on top, and then I'll move this bar up, and I'm going to make it like that. So I basically made it, and I saw that upon inspection. So now white center, I make the first white bar, like that. And so now I see this over here, this one. And now last one. I'm going to have a bad case there. And I don't really see anything great. I'll probably do blue. So I have this, so move down. And now, next blue center. And now, orange, I'll do that. So I'm actually do that, look like that. And now I have a T on the bottom, so I'm going to make that first. And so now last orange bar. And now we have the last 4 edges again. And what I see here instantly is that I have 3 sets of 2 2x1 blocks. So how I'm going to make this is like this. And tracking this yellow red edge. So I'm going to flip it over like that and pair it up. And now I see, the first thing I see is the orange white. Problem is, I know that the orange-white piece, last one was over here, so I'm going to have to rotate. And this is probably where I would make all 8 edges at once. So I make that, and I see that the green-white is right here. And I remember that the green-white was on the bottom. It's right here. So I'm going to do that. So now I flip. Green-white. And next one I see is the red-green. So edge flip. Don't really see anything great. I'll probably end up doing the green orange. So flip. It's well, actually at this point it was probably yeah, it's over here. I actually saw this in looking for it, so I'm actually stop, and I'm gonna make that first because it's right there, and then I can just slice back because nothing was disturbed. And at the same time, I also saw this blue orange. And I know that the blue-orange piece is right here, so I can actually make 2 edges like that. So I'm going to make the green edge first. And now I can slice. Well, actually, no, I'm not going to do that. Flip. And flip, slice. And, yeah, last edge right here. So, yeah, now it's done. And I already see that I have a really bad last 4 edges case. Well, actually, it's not that bad. But the first one I see is here. So flip. And that's done. Now I have this one. And now I have only 2 to deal with. And now I have a double flipped edge. I'm pretty sure there is a way to skip this somehow, but I haven't learned it yet because I don't usually get that case. So I'm going to just do the edge flip, and I'm going to get the hairdo. So yeah, that's done. And now 3x3. And this exact same last layer as last time. And so that's done. And a couple quick things. The only other tips and tricks that I have for you is if you're struggling with one part, like I couldn't exactly pinpoint at what time you should be averaging like centers and stuff like that, but I think that if you can get your centers down to about 25 seconds, then your edges will just come with it. If you find yourself not being up to par with centers, if you find yourself being really inconsistent with centers, what you can actually do is just keep practicing just centers. And it's really easy because it's the first part. And the cool thing about 5x5 is that you can also practice edges. So if I wanted to practice edges, I would just do edges, not centers. It's a little harder to recognize, but it actually gets you better at looking at edges when all the centers are solved, because when you have all the centers not solved and you're looking for edges, you're basically looking at a jumbled cube. So if you can look at edges and pair them all up when the cube is jumbled or scrambled versus like all the centers are solved, then you'll be much better. And that's basically how I practice, and that's basically how I got a lot better. So yeah, I hope you found this video effective. If you have any questions, just leave them in the comments.